All right, let's see if this is on. Let's see if this is going correctly. Let's check. Let's open chat. Calm down. You gotta calm down. Let's check the. All right, so we're in the right place. We're in the right place. Okay. Hello, everyone. Felix here. Well, I guess if anything, the bad day I'm having is evocative of the kind of vibe that I've tried to get out. Um, yeah, I feel like I've discussed this before too many times to count, and yeah, I don't like myself any better for it. Yeah, we're getting on with the Manhero like real quick. I have to eat upstairs. I haven't eaten my lunch yet. I have to eat in my bedroom where I stream from. Unfortunately, because out of risk of me getting found out by parents of doing this, um, excuse me. Again, I don't like eating on stream. I am uncomfortable when I eat on stream. I don't feel entirely comfortable when I do it, but I have to do it like very frequently. My parents hate it when I bring up food in my room, but I guess I don't really have a choice at the moment. But yeah, I might as well rant. You know what? I might as well rant as we stay on the start screen. But yeah, the reason why, like, part of the reason why I'm late is part of the reason why I'm doing this. Like, why I'm trying to do this. Like, I use these Valhalla streams to cool off and like vent about life. I always end up doing them whenever I just feel down. Whenever I feel down or have a lot in my mind that needs extraction from from it. I need to like bottled up too many things. And this is one of them, honestly. I started streaming partially in the hope, like, not just because, ooh, so I don't have to be a V-tweeter anymore, but, you know, looking in and, like, this might help me with my social interaction. This might help me with other things. One of them is punctuality. I have struggled with it for a vast majority of my life. Oh, excuse me. I have struggled with it. Excuse me, neither. But yeah, I have struggled with it for a lot of my life. Just something that has been, it's I don't know how to say it. It's been it's been a recurring issue for me. Hurt me in school, hurt me in college. That will be another topic that I'll probably vent about later. But just the irony, I like I'm a very impatient person. I have a very short temper. Not good qualities to have. I try to be patient with people, but I most often lose my temper. Like, I try to be patient with people. It's the least I can do. I fuck up too many times for myself to count. Again, I'm sorry that I have to eat on stream, but it's something that I kind of have to do. At the very least, I can share what I'm eating with you. There's a burger and fries, something simple like that. But I like it. The place near me, which I had a problem ordering with, which is why I'm late. I had a problem ordering from them, but you know, Felix Mukbang. Hey, hi Han, hi Han. Really nice to see you around here. Really nice to see you around here. That's relatable. Yeah, but yeah, I try to be nice to people. I like if other people are causing holdups or problems, like unless they're doing it maliciously, I try to have a lot of patience with them, but I lose a lot of patience with myself. With myself most often. Like it's ironic that I'm a very impatient person, but I'm rarely ever on time. I guess probably it's a hypocrisy that is very common amongst my kind of person. Might as well start. Yeah, wanted to drop by and leave a like. Felix turning tricks for his beloved cyborg horse. Shut up. Dorothy isn't even my favorite. But yeah, $800 of it has been charged to your account to renew your fingership to Shining Fingered. Membership to Shining Fingered. Jill's subscription got renewed. She'll have no problem focusing on work today. Happy birthday. Oh, happy birthday, Jill. You really like that website, huh? I have needs. At least I have this to relax a little bit too. Um, but yeah, I think I just think getting a lot of this out of the way. I think personally, it's just yeah. I started this thinking, ooh, I'd have a schedule, I have a routine, I'd have a reason to get back on time. That has not been the case. I have been, and the last few, like this last week, has been just like a lot of problems. I always end up eating like lunch really late. I only eat 2 meals a day. Never like it's either breakfast and dinner or lunch and dinner only. I always make a point to like, you can't skip dinner. You can't skip dinner. But yeah, but for the most part, it's like it is just like that. I rarely ever have breakfast. I just work with what I have, and that would be fine if I wasn't eating my lunch at times people would normally be having dinner. Like I get it. Ooh, VTubers slash I'm not like technically not even a VTuber yet, but like people in my sphere have like especially if they're unemployed or needs have dog shit, utter dog shit sleep schedules, and that like at least it's trying to improve the day. And whenever I stream, whenever I try to be on time, that gives me a chance. Ooh, you can realign, but it doesn't happen as often as I hope. I don't really have. Whenever I make fun of Pippa for being late or she hates us, I usually don't have room to make that joke anymore because I'm even worse at it than her. But for the most part, it's things like that. Things like that. It's as another time that like normally I guess the harder hitting part of the stream is around here when I just vent and rant. Yeah, Scuff King, yeah. Little Prince of Scuff. But I guess the harder topic that I've like struggled with is technically right now with the whole neat thing. I'm doing this because I am an E. I don't have much else. I don't have much else to do, and I know that's not responsible. It's something that I struggle with because I always intend to like. I started this channel for like a while back with the intention, um, like at some point I would have to take a hiatus to do real life things. Real life things, get an actual because I don't make any money off of this. This is purely a hobby, but it's something to keep me sane. It's something to keep me sane. Of course, I would love to keep doing this regardless of whatever happens to me. But part of the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't have other things. I don't have other things. I should have re-enrolled in college. I should have gone back to university this year. As you can see by the presence of this stream in middle of August, that's not the case. Mostly because, like, yes, it is an excuse, and it's a stupid excuse, but the truth of the matter is, well, it's not an excuse, because I should have fought through it anyway, but the truth of the matter was, I've been, like, the whole summer, I've been dealing with this severe Manhara, like, issues that I'm not, like, that even I don't feel comfortable discussing on here, but those with that, like, despite that, I should have had the intuitive to pick myself up and, head back, because I know this can't be my entire life. But despite that, the, here I am. What can I say? I think that's the major reason why I've been struggling with it even as I went on vacation, because of the whole thought I should be doing something else right now. I should be doing something productive right now. And my productivity levels are probably at an all-time low at the moment. Never been worse for me. And yeah, there's the whole inspiration story. This is how my Oshi was, but I know you can't be your Oshi. You can't. You're like their success story is not yours. Will not be yours. And as fun as this is, as much as I adore doing this, I can't really do this as a hobby. I mean, I can't really do this as a career. Initiative, not intuitive. Yeah, it's my bad. I've been frazzled. I should have. Yeah, initiative. That's the word. I need to. Yeah, to realign, you need a routine for you to follow, and that's what I've been looking for. Honestly, something like that. Because my chances of re-entering college at the moment may be a little bit slim. I might go back to looking for jobs if I can even find any. Something casual. But something that'll give me real world experience. Gotta finish up my food before like my parents come home and freak out that I'm, you know, eating upstairs when I bring all this shit down. But it's what I gotta work with. But besides that, that's like mostly why I wanted to take this a little bit, and I already predicted this was gonna be a bit of a Zotodon. Might as well go and look in augmented eye. But yeah, this one, Kimberly Lovelette. Yeah, that's the bitchy woman. You wouldn't believe this shocking Kira Miki secret by Kimberly Lovelette. Today we'll take a look at one of the most popular acts of our times. How did she get started? And then what's her favorite movie? What about her romantic life? Don't miss this exclusive interview only on the Augmented Eye. Oh yeah, we get her blog page later. Hmm. This is like wildly off topic, but I guess there like a bit lighter on the discussion is recently that like the trailer for the new Fallout for the new season of Fallout the Fallout TV show popped up, and things are not looking good. Things are not looking good for one of my favorite franchises. It was already bad before, it's gonna get worse now. If you won't do that, then Felix needs to shower and a visit from his vibrator. I do shower regularly. I'm not like the horrible kind of neat. I do need to do it more often, but you know, like without a shower, you can't function in the day. It's just not something that you can fully work with. I like that, and I like At the very least, hygiene is only suffering a little bit. I'm not like trying to grow mold anywhere or anything. If you won't do that, then start growing food. That should give you something to set a clock to. That's interesting. We don't have too much of a place to grow or to like do a vegetable garden, but that would be an interesting prospect because we do have some fruit trees. But I think honestly, if I were to look for something to do, like outside of this, of course, at the moment, probably be something like driving around, something doing deliveries. I could like think I could deliver. That would be nice. I know at least I know one of my friends does it. I'm pretty sure, which is I think it's nice for him. It's a local page for fuck's sake. Hellas Rabbit might be a Kiramiki fan. All that. I think we've spent enough in game. How do you like your burgers, Perf? He probably makes his own, knowing that old man. You expected the Fallout series to survive modern Bethesda? They can't even keep their own IP from being trashed. That is true. I've never had too much of an interest in Elder Scrolls because I'm not really a high fantasy person. You know, working with a hand we're given to us. And that's the thing. I feel like I always scold myself. I very frequently scold myself that I have to work with nothing work from a place where your time is nothing and your resources are even less. And the only person I have to blame in that case is myself most of the time. Yeah, like I like the only like, I am the only person I have to blame, but I'm not sure how I can take action against that. That's how it's been for a while. Oh, Felix, you know I'll scold you for free. I do that enough to myself because I know I'm a lazy little shit. Hmm. Hey, I'm sorry because this is very poor content. But I did say I would be ranting. I did say this would be a bit of a Zatsu. Might as well, out of boredom. Replicatory Turing, yeah. I did say I wasn't gonna look for anything, but you know, Mulan T, the girl with the Iron Heart, A New Frontier, Friendly Conversation. just think, just think of what your beloved Mr. House would say about you now. Shame. Yeah, well, no, he'd demote me or something. You know, I think yeah, it is. at least like hearing another person kind of like shift me into realizing, help shift me into realizing that I got to do this. It does help. It does provide a lot of motivation. How have I have shame? Like it's been withered down a lot, but I do have it there, and I do like to make the most of it. And I feel like in regards to college, something happened to me very recently that struck me. I don't want to sound pretentious, but like the kinds of things that I look at are semi-intellectual. I used to be into engineering. Now I'm looking for humanities stuff. Oh yeah, this was an underlying thing that I wanted to that I wanted to like discuss. I remember during the I watched the VOD of the Invaders panel with Cleo. Yes, one of my I'm sure y'all gonna make fun of me for having like an open crush on Cleo. Is some of it like is some of it to displace or like fight with Nyanto over her? Maybe a little bit, but you know, fun's fun. But something that she said during the Invaders panel, during the Invaders live panel, caught me off guard, a little bit off guard, and that was when someone said, "I'm studying, I'm pursuing a degree in political science. What are you looking for?" And then she immediately went, "Please learn a trade instead. Please like learn a trade instead. There's still time for you." Something like that. And that worried me for a moment, for a solid moment, because you know, that like my intended major is sort of adjacent to that. It's sort of related to that. And that really like that scared me. That genuinely scared me because if my chosen major, which was probably already like hyper saturated with people anyway, given this like various political situations, it is like it's not going to look fun. It's not going to look good for any prospects if I do follow through with that. But I guess I do have some backup plans for that when I get my ass out and like actually get that degree and like look into things. But something else that struck me was I think a couple nights ago, I literally had a dream that I was back in a classroom. This is after a long while of spreading out that I've become too dumb outside of my academic pursuits. Like all my time away from college or school has like deteriorated my mind, which it has. Like not gonna lie, but I think just being in a lecture hall or a classroom again would just like really fix me. Honestly, it unironically would. Back when I was younger and I was doing a lot of standardized tests and like just tests in general, I always sucked at projects because, like I said, I am like terrible at having being responsible for like being on time or whatever. But studying came naturally. A lot of the time, if I was interested in the subject, studying came naturally, and I was able to fix myself in the aftermaths of some tests. Like I know the grading system is bullshit. I know education system is fucking everything. I was always good. I was always really good at tests. Really good at tests. Really good at studying, that kind of thing. Um and I feel like just being in a lecture hall or a classroom would partially fix my psyche, bring back some of the stuff I prided myself for being smart at. Sorry for the loud crunching. But yeah, that gave like thinking back, it gave me a little bit of motivation besides all this to, you know, even if you're not going to be able to get in around this semester, you're going to have to aim in at least some point. Reminded me heavily that I do want this. I do want to be back in a classroom doing shit, trying to be productive, that kind of thing, and to not waste it this time, not to screw up this time. I remember because like again, I got into my dream college. Something I discussed. I was able to get into my dream college, but I was kicked out for like poor grades, poor academics. I go into community college, and like while I didn't have issues with my professors at my other college, when I went to community college, like there was only one professor that actually liked me, and I felt like I wasn't learning anything. It's insane how that leap goes. I discovered that I'm not special. That all my classmates and like my friend group are smarter than me. To suddenly not to brag, not to brag, but being the smartest person in the room, which shouldn't be hard for a lot of people. I mean, which shouldn't be easy for a lot of people, especially because I'm a big dumbass. I'm a big dumbass that just looks stuff up on the internet. But like being in a big room of people that can't really comprehend the subject well, like is it does hold you down a little bit. Again, I don't want to feel I don't want to sound like a narcissist because I feel like I have some narcissism problems myself, but that's how it is. That's how it is. There was only one professor that liked me, and it was that one class that I engaged with. But I think that's enough for now. Felix wants a trade. A chef, become the disgusting, horrible, drug-addicted subhuman who always wanted to be. I was gonna do like I mentioned here that I did plan on doing cooking content here, but I don't have a setup that could allow me to do that. But I don't know. Yeah, I want to make something that isn't sandwiches for like once in my damn life. Make something that isn't like Filipino breakfast food or sandwiches or um, I mean, I did add to my dinner last night, which is nice, which I felt nice about. Apparently, like we need to have more vegetables in our freezer. Something so I'm not just like putting bread and meat together all the time. We need more vegetables in there. But yeah. No, I think if I became a chef, I really would become a degenerate. I think I'll finish up here and then transition back into actual gameplay. If you want a trade to be useful, go for a millwright trade. They're always needed. Honestly, if I was gonna look for a legitimate trade, I guess this is disclosing too much stuff about my personal life. If I wanted to join, like my backup plan, admittedly, if I'm not able to find something academic with my like academic or humanities related, like white collar, with my degree, I'm joining the military. And yeah, there's stuff about fuck the government and all that, but I have enough of an obsession with like military shit anyway, so I might as well join. Part of it is genuinely because if you don't know anything about anything before, they're probably gonna teach you to do something. Like after they put the ASVAB in front of you, they're probably gonna make you do something. And you can learn a trade without having to go to a technical college or an apprenticeship. And they're gonna make you learn something. They're gonna make you do something useful. And I think if anything, like learning the capacity to like do something useful is probably gonna come from there. Besides, they have a lot of like as long as you're willing to prove yourself that you're actually like not fucking around, they're probably gonna like have a place for even the biggest fuck ups around. It's composed of yeah, there's smart people at the top like half the time, but the bottom levels are composed of people who can barely tie their own shoes. And if that's the bottom level that they're willing to accept, then it shouldn't be too bad on my end. I don't know. Maybe I got a little bit too personal here. Can confirm military will find a way to make you useful even if you're a Felix. Yeah. Um, I'm not joining the Navy though. I don't want to become like. I don't want to become the bunk bunny. Although it seems like those are part of every branch. Let me go put this away real quick, and then I'll come back to you. Hopefully, I'm in the clear. All right, actual gameplay time. But yeah, in all honesty, the fact that you try to get a degree tangentially related to political science, you'd probably end up as an analyst for nation building. Yeah, maybe I'll become a. I'll wind up as some American advisor to a warlord, and then I would be the villain of some interesting, the villain of an interesting spy thriller. But yeah, actual gameplay time. Yeah, just like an actual VTuber stream. The Zotsudon takes like this. The Zotsudon comes before the stream. Take a swig of water and hydrate. The fact that Felix was in engineering is proof post-secondary doesn't require you to be smart. Yeah. Well, to be fair, like, yeah, I still have a fetish for machinery. Honestly, I still have a fetish for machinery and industrialism and all that. That's why I do mechanical Marvel stuff. That's why I've like spurred out about my favorite planes. And yeah, that was the original career I was going for. I had a friend who was into that, Fox, the Fox 242, who I did my F-14 jet stream with. He is in my career. He is in my intended career path, and honestly, I wish him the best because he's able to pull off what I couldn't. But yeah, let's do this. Let's head off. Good evening. Hello. Oh yeah. Seems you made it just in time. I think that's just a car backfiring. Really, it sounded more like a gunshot to me. Oh yeah, this scene. Have you ever heard gunshots? Haven't we all at some point? Yeah, well. Speaking of which, I just heard someone rip their engine out. Someone drag racing again? I don't know. Yeah, well, I live near I live near a certain neighborhood. Like not to disclose again, not to self-dox, but I live in a relatively safe community, like gated and all that. There is an area near me that is also gated, but it's government housing. And I think I've ranted a few times that I have heard what I think are muffled gunshots. And most of the time, the guy doesn't even have the decency to like finish his magazine. He just bang bang bang. There's no returning fire. It's just like it's just those. And then the cops have like despite actively patrolling my area, have an abysmal response time. Yeah, well, see, sounds more like a car's exhaust. Well, cars don't really backfire all that much anymore because, well, I guess just improvements in engine technology. Whispering in a warlord hamburger's ear is more a CIA thing. No, you'd end up at a desk reading over reports and you're putting in your idea of what should be done. He lives next to MS-13, probably someone plinketing. Well, I mean, there's a perfectly good canal. Like, okay, again, I shouldn't be doxing so much. Well, there's a lot of canals in the area that I live, but there are perfectly good canals and like rivers that you can do that in, not in the middle of a crowded neighborhood. Like, I've been to those wooded areas. I've been to those wooded areas before they became developed. You can do that. You can go out there and do that. Honestly, I feel really bad for like the people that have lived there for a while. Like it's the system of housing complexes. It is a complicated subject for me because I live in like suburbia and all that. The areas around me used to be semi-civilized. Now they're like putting stuff on it and like building new condos and shit everywhere. But like in the brief time in the for a brief period, like in my early adulthood, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna do something dangerous. I'm to feel something. I'm gonna go out and like walk in the woods where people can't see you and shit. This isn't even like the full woods. This isn't like in an actual park where there's a major forest. No, this is just like areas that like these are just lots that people haven't bought yet, and like piles of rubble from arrested developments there. And I realized there are actually people there. There's people with ranches and little farms in the little woods, and I feel bad for them because did I trespass a little bit near them? Admittedly, yes. I should have been there, but going elsewhere, like covering all those areas where there's only like a minor patrol of security guards looking around their literal forest, um, makes me a little bit sad to see it go because like they probably like that forest. They probably weren't comfortable with big ass condos being set up next to them. You can't hide as easily in a canal. Mm, I mean, if you had really bad eyesight, if the people looking for you had really bad eyesight, you can hide in a canal. USA has no real forests. You have small bush areas. My people have forests. That is true, honestly. That is pretty true. Even I think we don't have a major woodland here in my state. In my state, it's mostly swamps. It is mostly swamps, mostly big marshes. That's where people go to hunt, to fish, to do everything. Sometimes it's at the beach. I don't know, it's too dry. Yeah, but gunshots give more echo. What if it's a firecracker? Ah, boss. Firecrackers? Yep, a couple of years ago there was an incident where some dude killed a cop. He managed to slip away because his pistol was mixed up with the usual mega Christmas firecrackers. Nah, it sounded too hollow for firecrackers. Well, whatever, this is not a morning talk show. I'm not paying you to chit chat about meaningless things. At least not amongst yourselves. Right, we shouldn't lose time over a car's exhaust. Hey, and they go off. Um, hold on. I'm no, I might reuse the last time soundtrack. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Hopes and dreams. Welcome to Valhalla. Should I? Every day is night. Commencing simulation. Who was I? I think we'll go for that. Troubling news. Gays that invited. You've got me. Well, I think this is a new one. Yes, that is a new one. Go streaming channel. No, unfortunately not. I'm going for a more, I guess. No. All systems go. Where do I go from here? Um, Safe Haven. A Renee. Oh, Safe Haven. Yeah, let's go for that. Those who dwell in shadows, nighttime maneuvers, a star pierces the dark, the love. Yeah, let's go for that. And snowfall. Time to mix drinks and change lives. Hey, it's the title theme. Welcome to Valhalla. Hey, it's George Costanza. Hello, it's Art Vandelay. That's his name here because that was his pseudonym in Seinfeld. Yeah, fun fact, I am a child of the 2000s. I am a Zoomer, but like besides like I wasn't actually exposed to all that many cartoons as a child. I think it was only SpongeBob. My parents raised me on Seinfeld of all things, the damn New York Jewish comedy. And it is still funny. It's still genuinely funny from like looking back on. Hello, I'm looking for some information. What kind of information? What can you tell me about a girl named Crimson Rose? Sounds like a tacky online handle. Although the tacky online handle is a bit redundant. Do you know anything about her? Nope, sorry. And Florida's a stank dick. Shut up. It's the best state in the union. I have $80 here that might refresh your memory. Now that you mention it, I remember something. Really? Yeah, now I'm totally sure that I have no idea whatsoever who you're talking about. Nothing at all. Nothing. Man, you're a sucky bartender, not having any of the info I need. Well, first of all, why assume that I just happen to have the info you conveniently need? Does that girl frequent this place? Is there any proof that I might have that I might have the info? Does that girl frequent this place? Is there any proof that I might have the info you so desperately need? Well, and second, you're not going to get anywhere by offering me physical money. In fact, what are you doing with physical money? Do you want to get mugged so badly? Yeah, well, moreover, even if I did know something, did you really think $80 is enough? You can do almost nothing with $80. It's not enough to have a decent lunch. I just remembered, like, yeah, like with inflation and everything in real life. But this game was made in Venezuela. This game was made by Venezuelans, so they would know what horrific inflation looks like. Why are you scolding me? Why'd you call me a sucky bartender for not conveniently having the info you need? I... Wait, of course, you want all deal to be clean, so you need me to spend money in the bar. That's how it works, right? I spend money, you give me the info. Maybe, maybe not. I remember that you shouldn't pay $80 for intel. Like, if you're managing your assets carefully, you wouldn't be flashing cheese out in the open. You wouldn't be doing that. You wouldn't be... Like, if you want to be discreet, you wouldn't be doing this. Okay, then give me a drink, but keep it under $80. $80. Let's see what kind of drink you can buy with that. That's exactly 80. Gut punch, pile driver, no. These are all... Yeah, it's all, $200, fringe weaver. Yeah, these are all expensive. Bleeding Jane, Bloomlight. Yeah, I think it's only the gut punch. Actually, hold on. Hold on. Frothy water. Let's. No, a gut punch is $80. Mars Blast, Moon Blast, Sparkle Star, Sugar Rush, Sunshine Cloud. Speaking of like Mai Tais and my reference to Mai Tais, I tried a bunch over in Hawaii, which I don't think did I mention that last time I did? I had a bunch of Mai Tais over in Hawaii, and it was real nice. They were real nice. One, two, three, four. Optional Karma Shrine. Aged and mixed. All right. Gut punch. Here. Okay then. Do you know anything about the girl? No. But you said maybe, maybe not. Turns out it's maybe not. You're the one deluding yourself into thinking I might know something. And like I said, $80 is nothing. So, I need to spend more. I'll give you some intel. Spend all the money you want, but I know nothing, and no amount will change that. Can I at least get my money back? Why? The order is right, isn't it? I guess. So, why are you looking for that girl, Mr. Vondelay, Art Vondelay? I'm a private detective, it's what I do. So, I'll assume you're either looking for a missing girl or working for a creepy online stalker. You're assuming the girl I'm looking for is innocent, or lost. She's not. She's half the so-called reapers of the city. 2 guns for hire that work for whoever's resourceful enough to find them and wealthy enough to pay them. Crimson Rose and Cobalt Lily, they call themselves. Still sound more like teenagers' internet. They still sound more like teenagers' internet nicknames. So, who wanted you to track her? I don't know. I got the letter with instructions and a paycheck. What if it's a prank? I have the money, so what do I care if it is? Besides, considering the amount I was able to cash in with that check, it'd be a pretty wasteful prank. I see. Still, any information or rumors you could give me? They don't have to be related to the girl. Why do you need them? It's always good to keep up with local goings-on. Well, let's see. Sorry. Can't think of anything right now. Most of the conversations you hear aren't rumor-worthy. Humor-worthy maybe, but not much about current events. At least not beyond what you see on the news. Damn it, what kind of bar is this if it can't gather the word on the street? What kind of film noir world do you think you live in? I mean, this is a cyberpunk noir. it's a casual one, but it kind of is. Let's see about other chats that I missed. Scold you for free. Demotion for Mr. House, the death sentence. Yeah, millwright trade. If they're always a. Okay. Gil might know something if you're so fixated on finding some kind of information. I don't know what you're talking about. Do you know something that might help me, Gil? I don't. I certainly don't, and I'm offended by the suggestion that I do. You know something. On second thought, maybe it's better if you don't get involved with him. Well, this has been a major waste of time. And here I thought all the noise BTC bars have made lately would be useful for something. Noise? What noise? Oh, you don't know. I'm asking for a reason. You'll find out soon enough, don't worry. In any case, I guess we'll have another drink and leave. What can I get you? I'll have a Grizzly Temple. Simple enough. Grizzly Temple, 3 Adelhyde. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. All blended. Hold on, I just need a second. Grizzly Temple. Alrighty then. Alright, let's serve him that. Here. Okay then. This is gonna be deducted from the $80 from earlier, right? No. Fine. Come on, there has to be something. This week has been slow as hell. The only good thing I've heard is about this girl who threw herself off the roof of a nearby mall. The whole thing about a woman catching her midair makes me think it's totally made up. Aside from rumors that the Harbingers are looking to cause trouble at a bank today, no, not really. Oh, this is the day of the bank siege. Damn it. Wait, who told you that? It appeared on the news, didn't it? Yeah, but the name the Harbingers wasn't used. No Glitch City outlet has reported that themselves. There are rumors that someone or something is keeping them silent. And even the international outlets aren't using the name Harbingers. They're avoiding acknowledging the organization yet for some reason. So you're either one of them, or somebody in the know told you about it. Wow, he can be surprisingly sharp. Yeah, Donovan D. Dawson was in here for the last 3 days, actually. Really? I wonder if he'll notice the glass that Idol signed. I mean, sure, can't think of anything that would be useful involving him right now, but guess not. Did you talk about anything interesting? Interviewing the idol that had a show a couple of days ago, dealing with messy interns. Part for the course, I guess. I see, I see. That's gunshot. It's a backfire. Firecrackers. Hey, what do you think that sound just now was? Sounded like something very heavy being dropped. Something heavy? Come on, that's not even close. It was definitely more like an explosion of some kind. Now you can clearly hear the clashing of metal. Something that was both made out of metal and very heavy fell down. That's what made the sound. Whatever it is, it's not normal for it to be repeating so often. I wonder if something is happening. Heard there was some gang spats going on. Maybe they took the conflict here. Oh, I think yeah, this is the day of the bank siege, which means that is in fact a gunfight going on in the bank, if it's nearby, which means gunshots. If that's the case, I just hope they don't come too near us. Well, I've got to go. Seems coming here wasn't a waste of time after all. Really? Really, I just have different needs. But there will come a time in this place that might help me. Goodbye. Please, come again. Gangs, then. Unlikely this is unicorn territory. I've always been a neutral and important third party in other gangs' deals. Who, what now? I'll just pretend I heard nothing. Thank you. It left me thinking about the whole noise from the BTC bars thing. What's up with that? I think I heard something about money laundering through bars. Don't take my word for it, though. I see. Guess I'll find out soon enough. Well, Streaming Chan's here! I am Streaming Chan, giving you a live video feed of my life and adventures 24/7. Back through time and naughty moments only available to premium users. It's only $99.99 a month. Go premium now. She is really undercharging, given her it's literally me. She's really undercharging given the state of the economy in this world. It's Friday night, and you all know what that means. It's time for Streaming Chan's Escapades. Let's get sexy. Today's escapade is brought to you by ShiningFinger.moe, leaders of VR adult entertainment since 2069. Buy a year of premium membership, and you'll get a code. Exchange a code for a free trial of VR experience modeled after yours truly. I know she's like leading into like the LootTuber stuff, like LootTuber adjacent thing, but she really reminds me of Fillion now that I think about it. Like, I think I've said it before. She, like, besides being a reference to all the people that would play this game, she feels a lot like Fillion. Today I picked the shoddiest, nastiest, smelliest, ugliest bar I could find downtown. And sadly, it actually looks half decent inside, so much for going to a crap hole bar that smells like dog urine. Excuse me. But no matter, tonight I'll give you an escapade you'll never forget. Hey you, where's the bartender? This is a classic scene. She's one of my favorite characters for a reason. I know she's meant to be annoying and like to pick at the people who play like me and my Oshis and stuff like that, but it's so on point, it's just genuinely funny. And despite her being annoying, she's just a charming character. She's relying on quantity subscribers, which is why most streamers over YouTube keep their charges at $5. Okay, back. I had to give the toilet some non-dairy yellow liquid. If your milk is yellow, if your dairy is yellow, then I think you have a problem. Speaking of which, I remember like, this is gonna sound weird. I got in a fight with my parents recently, specifically my mom, because we made some rice. Yeah, Asian family and all that. We made some rice and she left it out. And I've become really, really paranoid about food safety, like as of recent, looking up stuff about like, if you look up rice sickness or pasta sickness, you find out there's this bacteria that lives in starchy food that can multiply really quickly and give you like a severe, it can like really sap your fatigue. I don't want to get sick from that, especially because antibiotics are kind of expensive. So, like I wouldn't want to get sick from that. I don't want to risk that, but we have a very frequent tendency to just leave out rice or pasta or potatoes for hours on end, like grains and wheat, like grains, rice, potatoes, like starchy foods that you probably shouldn't be leaving out. We do it really often. I don't know like why that tangent came up, but it's related. I guess it's related. You're talking to her. Very funny. Where is he really? Right in front of you. Hey, you, the pretty over there. Who's the bartender? You're looking at him. No way. No. No, a shirtless guy playing with fire and serving drinks while flirting with you. No sexy scantily clad girl jiggling around the place. I mean, if you've seen the fan art of Jill and Gil, I mean, they kind of fit the bill. You're telling me neither round. You're telling that you two dressed like fucking waiters are the bartenders here? I mean, I really like their outfits, to be honest. Yup. Seems that way. Is that a problem? Of course it's a problem. Friday nights are peak viewing hours. I need something sexy or enticing to keep them interested. Oh well, there's an easy solution to that. There is. Yeah, just take your You might need to take off your bra too, depending on how the traffic goes. Wait, you're not. You're quite. You're quite flat. And you even use a bra. Is that piercing glare a no? Come on, one of us is gonna have to take off the top, and it ain't gonna be me. I already did that once today. Ag, and it's too late to go somewhere else. By the time I find an even nastier bar, they'll be closed. What's your policy on wearing pants? Somebody tried to have me fired for wearing a skirt, so we deal with that on a case-by-case basis. It's not a concrete answer. I need binary yes/no answers. My viewers have the attention span of fruit flies. If they wanted to use their brains, do you think they'd watch something like this? And then I have like the backup of affiliate. Like I have like 5 Fillion VODs on my watch later. I need to keep them entertained, and the fact that you still have your shirt on isn't helping. Wait, I know. Give me a drink, a big one, the nastiest one you can think of. Hello, service here, please. Wow, it's like my brain shut down. Sure. Nasty drink. I know what I'm gonna go. I know what I'm gonna go for. Fringe Weaver. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, I mean, that's a hillbilly shot right there. I've seen the video of like the guy doing the hillbilly shot, which is an entire mason jar of moonshine filled to the brim, like full moonshine filled to the brim. He drinks all of it in one swig, and I think if I did that, that might kill me. Have I discussed here? Hold on. Let me look up my le- um I threw up that night that I threw up. I know I like went live immediately the day after. Yeah, F1 movie tomorrow. Yeah, so I talked about that already. I made myself that, and I I threw up. Yeah, let's all aged and mixed. Aged. Well, there's your Fringe Weaver. Here you go. Okay, cheers. I drank Hellfire shots. You're not gonna impress me. Is that like Fireball? Is that like Fireball whiskey? Maybe you shouldn't drink that so quickly. Those were nice. Wait, they were nice. I wanted nasty drinks, stuff that tastes like paint thinner. No cookie for you. Well, I mean, you got. I remember. I think I served it right this time, but she's gonna. That is an excessive amount of alcohol in that drink. Okay, I've decided. I'll just get really wasted. That's got to be fun enough, right? If you say so. Okay, in the meantime, what can you tell me about this bar? What do you mean? Weird stories, fun stuff, interesting facts. You're being seen by an average of 6,000 people. Make their time worth it. Man, I got 4 viewers. I wonder if there's like there probably are live bar cams. There probably are live Hassie Zero. That looks like the Vineyard Vines logo. There probably are like live bar cams in famous bars or like nightclubs, stuff like that. Excuse me, just gotta get that out. Let's see then. Last weekend we had a party for the Safar Toy Company, and it's a company run completely by dogs. Really? This place was completely overrun by corgis. Wait. Corgis? Did you really serve drinks to corgis? Tuxedo-clad talking corgis, yeah. Wow, awesome. Wait, you're not shitting me, right? I wish I was shitting you, trust me. What else? What else? Let's see. Donovan D. Dawson from the Augmented Eye was here for 3 nights in a row. That perfumed chauvinistic bastard? I love that guy. Huh, there's that word again. Just the other day, someone from the Augmented Eye interviewed me, actually. What did they ask? Oh, the usual bullshit. Who I was, what I did, future plans, inspirations. The one that interviewed me was a small, meek girl with glasses. She seemed a bit bitter, though. Wonder why. But enough about that. Wait, can I see that glass over there? Sure. This signature. Is this Kira Miki's autograph? Yeah, she came here before her last concert. Get out, really? Is this some kind of secret hidden bar of the stars or something? Not really. We're just in the right place at the right time. Hellfire shots are 40% capsaicin, 40% menthol oil, and 20% Everclear. Isn't that is I don't think you should be drinking that much menthol. Like, they put that in cigarettes and it still like fucks up your lungs. Are you sure you should be are you sure you should be drinking that much menthol? That is like, I know that menthol screw you up, like still screw you up. That's a lot of that's a lot of menthol. That's a lot of menthol. I just realized this drone is her camera. This little Pokeball looking drone is her camera. What kind of person is she when she's not on stage? I've tried to get a meeting with her, and she actually seemed willing, but she's always busy. A very nice girl, actually. Seems to be completely invested in her work. She loves what she does, and it shows. I think she'd be some sort of diva, but as far as I'm concerned, she's one of the nicest people I've met. I knew it. I knew she was nice. Her passion shows in her concerts, you know? She's so spontaneous. Her performances are never the same. Every time she sings Shine Spark, I feel like my soul is warming up like a high-performance computer. Shine Spark! I find myself singing in the shower all the time. And those who pay premium can hear me sing every day with that $99 a month. Go premium now. That aside, I was about to call bullshit on what you said. But I guess you do have some sort of proof for everything. Can I keep this glass? No. Pretty please? No. Party pooper. At least this bar might be more interesting than I initially thought. One thing that make it perfect is a pretty boy over there had a pass with the KGB. Who told? Yeah, that'd be crazy, huh? Well, I think we missed that the first time around. Yeah, Gil's a glowy. Gil is, yeah, no. Yeah, I remember his lore. It becomes true. Like, I think it was in the wiki page or something. Dawson remembers him from Hong Kong because Gillian was a Chinese riot police officer, and who later deserted to come to Glitch City. So that would tie into that. That would tie into that really, really well. So I guess so. Gil's a glowy. Yeah, that'd be crazy, huh? Are you gonna order anything else? What? Oh yeah, the whole getting wasted thing. I heard of a drink called the Bad Touch. Give me a big one of those, please. A big bad touch. Coming right up. Bad touch. Yeah, that's right. We're nothing but mammals after all. 1, 2. 1, 2. 3, 4. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. All in the rocks and mixed. Anyway, the point is to make you taste pure hellfire, hence the name. Anyway, oh, I think I screwed that one up. Okay. Anyway, the reason why we call it a hellfire shot is because the nerves in your mouth, sensitive to hot and cold, are separate and can fire at the same time. She looks in its bad touch habits. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Rocks and mixed. Let's serve that. Here. I was expecting something dirtier. It does look like a very I mean, depending on the bar you're at, that could be like either a classy drink or a trashy drink. We have olive brine. I can pour it in a bit if that's what you want. That, I know that's a dirty martini. That's how you make a dirty martini. I don't see the point in a dirty martini. I want I love olives. I treat them the way I would tomatoes. Drinks are supposed to be cold and sweet to me. Drinks aren't supposed to be salty. Olives are very salty to me. At least I like my olives salty. Olives should not be in a drink. If you're ever gonna garnish a martini, do not do it dirty, and add only lemon peel or lime peel or something like that. I need to order one at some point, for real. At the very least, all of its constituent parts, gin, vodka, the spiced wine, it's going to be sweet. It's going to be sweet. So I want to keep that, if I were going to make one, I would like to keep that flavor profile. No, not that. With such a dirty name, it feels like the drink ought to come in a phallic glass or be this thick white liquid. Out of curiosity, I did look up funny names for drinks. And I came across one called I think it was called the blowjob. If you can hear that, there was this thing called the blowjob shot, and it really is aggressively. It's coffee liqueur with a lot of cream, a lot of cream liqueur on top, and you're supposed to drink that all in one go. I think it was milk. It was milk and then a little bit of coffee liqueur or cream liqueur, and then you'd have to do it all in one shot. There's a lot of even the drinks with dirty names, as I've tried to prepare one of them with the resources that I had. It didn't go well for me, but I really did enjoy that. I made my variant of a sex on the beach, and it was, well, you all know the result of that, which was a hellish night. That would have skyrocketed the watchers at least threefold. Don't you have anything like that? Nope. You know where I do find them? I found them in Rome, of all places, in the tourist district. You have these weird phallic glasses. I don't know why. I don't know why they're selling that in the middle of Rome. I guess it's leading into the Roman mythology of phallic objects or phallism or something, but it's meant to look like cum. Yeah, I know. You don't inhale the shot, you hold your breath and down it, otherwise you will choke in your breath and your throat closes up for 3.3 seconds. I feel like if you threw a hellfire shot in someone's face, it would be, that would be effective enough as an actual deterrent from an assault. You could make pepper spray out of that. You could make mace out of that. If you put it in a 40 mil and fired it at protesters, they would consider it excessive use of force. That would that does not sound good for you. Nope. I'll have to make do with the condensed milk when I get home. Friendly reminder that today's escapade is brought to you by ShiningFinger.moe, leaders of VR adult entertainment since 2069. Buy a year of premium membership for a neat code. Said code will net you a free trial of VR experience with a model based on moi. What's the deal with that VR experience? Well, a fan made an NND model of me. When Shining Fingered asked me about a model for our partnership, I just contacted him. He got money for polishing the model a lot more. I got my partnership. We all won. I even got him a year of free premium membership in a VR set. That's nice. Wait, what's NND? Don't tell me you haven't heard of Niku Dance. Ask for a reason. It's music videos with 3D models. Yeah, that sounds like a good enough explanation. I see. To be honest though, the model is a bit meatier than me. Not that I mind it though, considering the use it gets. It reminds me of like with Leah and someone I post one of the indies that I follow from time to time. What's her name? SS Issa, and she get like their models are visibly bigger than they are in real life, which is it's a shame. Like I would like their models to be accurate to their real life personas, but I guess what's the point? It's gonna be virtual anyway, and I don't know. I like it visually more if it's a little bit meatier. Mhm. I was expecting you to be more scared when I said that you're being watched by a lot of people. It's hard to be scared when you can't see those people. But they're still there. Sure, they're behind screens and sometimes in the opposite corner of the world. But every single one of my viewers is a real person with a real life. There's a guy I think someone in chat came from South Africa. I feel really bad for him because I know what South Africa is like. Every one of my viewers is a real person with a real life. Not being here doesn't make them any less real. Unless y'all, as I say as I look at chat, y'all are real. Phallusis is more of an Egyptian thing. It's not a lightweight drink. Yeah, I think, yeah, that is. I think if they had a severe reaction to peppers or capsaicin, or pepper spray, I think a Hellfire shot would genuinely hospitalize them. Yeah, it is not a lightweight drink. Like I said, you could put in a 40 mil, and it would constitute excessive use of force. I understand, but it's just not the same. They're not here visibly paying attention to me. I don't get paranoid because of my phone contacts. That's true, I guess. So, any kinky stories you can tell us, Miss Bartender? Kinky? A client that paid you with his body. Spending half an hour of quality time with Pretty Boy over there in the closet. Getting a raise by pleasing your boss. I mean, knowing Jill and Dana's relationship, maybe it's more than friends. I'm not sure. No cookie with the hobos behind the bar. No stumbling upon a furry orgy in the alleys. I won't danger you to leave. Oh man, with the place that I like, with the specific 4chan board that I swore to never go to again. Why do I get this feeling you're trying to see if everyone has done the same things you have? That's something only my premium members get to know. Only $9.99 a month. $99.99 a month. Go premium. Sorry, no sexual gentleman magazine worthy stories. Okay, maybe not here, but what about your daily life? That's for me to know and you to never hear about. Fine, what about your clients then? Someone must have told you some incredible stories. Those are spur-of-the-moment things I don't repeat to others. On one hand, I'm feeling so secure with you right now that I could tell my life story. On the other hand, you're not making my job any easier. Don't you have, a really stacked friend that's willing to pretend to be a bartender for half an hour? I just realized this is foreshadowing. This is foreshadowing for basically my favorite moment in the entire game. The switcheroo between Alma and Jill, which is genuinely, besides the whole, it's fun, it is a genuinely very touching moment. I very much enjoyed that part of the story. That would at least mean some eye candy. The anime was a mistake. Look, I don't know. Maybe you've got nice legs, but they don't mean much if you're behind a counter, lady. Okay, this is getting stale. I'm gonna heat this up even if I have to do it myself. You need to drop a cow in here, Miss Bartender. Get me drunk. I don't care how, just do it. Okay. Again, okay, hold on. Fringe Weaver, I'm gonna give her another Fringe Weaver. Actually, related story, I don't think I've told this. Recent Sunday, I had breakfast with my parents out on a restaurant. It was breakfast, excuse me. It was breakfast, so You couldn't like so I wasn't gonna order anything alcoholic. I saw a non-alcoholic beverage on the menu. I ordered it. It was alcoholic. I had driven there myself in my own car. Some of you may know about this already if you're in like some of the stuff I'm in. It had alcohol. Yeah, it had alcohol. I could tell from like I could tell. I had to pick up. I had to specifically pick out the taste of rum from the juice because I thought it was just juices. I thought it was a fruit juice, like a fruit juice mix, because it was in like ooh Felix, what were you like? Why are you stupid like that? It was in the non-alcoholic section of the drinks. It was in the non-alcoholic section of the drinks. I don't know why it got served with alcohol. Maybe it got mixed up with something else in the kitchen. But yeah. And so I had to drive home in that state. It's kind of easy to drive drunk. Not gonna lie. It's kind of easy. Give her a ruby. Most bars won't serve them anymore because idiots black out from pain trying them. I don't think only an idiot would serve them, honestly. It is like that would that's like that's just trouble waiting to happen. That kind of it sounds like a hellfire shot sounds less like a drink and more like something you would it's like the one chip challenge. It's like the one chip challenge or the like the hype or like the hot ones like like the super hot ones. Oh, like only like you would only try it for content. You would only try it on a dare or like for a party. Like for a party, you wouldn't drink it to drink it. You would do it to prove a point. You wouldn't. It wouldn't taste good for anyone. It wouldn't. It wouldn't be a good experience for anyone. Or like only for masochists maybe. But like it wouldn't. It's like you'd go on like you like someone be live streaming on Kick or they'd be doing a game show like some kind of like dare like fear factor game show and you'd have to drink hellfire shot that's not something you would drink under a normal circumstance, especially given like 40% like 40% 20%, especially given 80% of the drink is non-alcoholic, like not meant to be consumed as a beverage. Anyways, hold on. Let's see if I can make it how much I can optional karma trine, Zen Star Suplex, optional karma trine. Yeah, I think I'm gonna give her the another fringe weaver. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, aged and mixed. So, lightheadedness, clumsy tongue, palms sweaty, knees weak, arms spaghetti. There's vomit on a sweater already. Can't feel my legs. Can't feel my legs. All right, let's get it. Let's get it on with the lewd stuff. She looks cute when she's red in the face. First, I'll try to guess your bust size. I must warn you, I have a 90% success rate with this. Felix is just scared of what Canadians drink. I don't think the average Canadian will drink a Hellfire shot. I don't think anyone normal would drink that. That is I can't say that word. That is a self termination shot. Fear Factor almost had them, but the studio said no for insurance reasons. The $400 price tag for one shot is usually enough to scare away people. Yeah, well, why would you pay $400 for like? I'd rather pay $50 for like a really good drink than $400 for something that might kill me. We usually do it once. I don't think you should do it at any point. I've seen like something that I recommended because that the famous like the Japanese salary girl was coming to America and Pippa commented under her thing bring self-defense. I talked about the pepper spray gun, which is like actually used for like an actual self defense tool. I remember like the video that I linked of it, and that they're shooting enhanced ammo, the enhanced pepper spray ammunition, at the ground. They were like 5 feet away and they were choking. And that is what I think of when I see the words Hellfire Shot. I think of one of those in your face, maybe without the bruising, but you're going to be, it is a chemical weapon that you will be coughing from meters away. I'd say B, not big enough to fill a hand, but not small enough to make you look like a child. You're a size B, right? I'm not discussing my bust. Don't be like that. I can tell you're B cup. She's true. I can tell. Your attitude makes me think you're an ass, and your behavior think that makes me think that your blood type is AB. I don't know what we're like. I think it started with idol culture in Japan, or like I know it's a thing in China, like not as much in China. In Japan and South Korea, there's a big thing over blood type, which really shouldn't be like. It's not. They use it like a horoscope. They use it like a horoscope, to tell like what kind of your personality is. It really shouldn't. I don't know why they attach personality types to, or like horoscopes to blood types, because it shouldn't be relevant besides medical reasons, but that's what it is. You're an S. So, how many did I get right? Who knows? Please let me get on with this. I need you to cooperate if this is going to be a success. Can I ask something? Finally! What's the point of getting drunk if you're going to behave the same way? That's a classic line. I guess it is kind of redundant. Because you see, I'm drunk 24/7. Eh? Knowing people want to watch me do anything and everything. Seeing the viewer count steadily rise as I take more risk and become more adventurous. It's a feeling that neither alcohol nor sex can compare to. Well, this is gonna sound, especially given what I'm currently doing, like this is gonna sound really bad. If I wanted viewership that bad, and like I would take risks and do stuff like that, I'd go into combat. Speaking of sex, if I get lucky tonight, you only need to pay $99.99 to see what happens afterwards. Go premium or go home. Do you really get lucky if the other person knows they're being streamed? You'd be surprised by how many are actually turned on by that. How do you deal with people who don't want their identities revealed? Everything's written here. When being captured by this camera, you hereby provide consent to the use of your face on all material produced by StreamCham LLC. I'm not sure how legal that is. Yeah, that is not legal. That is that is clearly not legal. People believe it is, and I've yet to be troubled by a lawyer. It's funny though, when you're on the street, unless it's somebody really hot, you can't recall their faces, but learn their name and suddenly they're a fucking snowflake that's better than all the rest. Huh, this is weird. I'm feeling sleepy. You did ask me to get you drunk. Why is it weird? Because I haven't felt sleepy in quite some time. In fact, I've been sleep deprived for a while now. I can relate to that. How long? A week. A week? Weeks are the ones with 30 days, right? Yep, totally sleepy. I can feel my eyes getting heavier. And there's this weird lag when I try to move. What's up with that? There's lag. It does feel like if you get sufficiently drunk, it does feel like you're lagging in real life. Anyways, I think I'll take a little nap here before storming off and continuing the night. If you'll excuse me. Oh yeah, she's asleep. Should I call a cab and risk waking her up? Leave her be. I'd rather break the rules and let her sleep than deal with her again. I'm gonna take my break now. It's been a while since I needed a cigarette this badly. Alright. She's a C cup. Looking at that, probably a C cup. Day 4 break. I'm gonna take another bite of something. It's to scare people away, Felix. A ruby is worse. What's a ruby? Felix, you're talking about people who mix rubbing alcohol into fruit juice. We drink those for fun when we were young. I mean, doesn't rubbing alcohol have a it's denatured. It's a denatured alcohol. Just like hand sanitizer. It's not meant to taste good. Um Bear spray is about 1 to 2% capsaicin, 1% garlic pepper, and another irritant at about 1.33%. That takes a 2-ton bulletproof tank into a standstill to run away. So it'd be worse. Perv, what's a ruby, and why is it worse than a hellfire shot? It is now safe to keep playing. Alright. Ah, lovely sensation of feeling like you're forgetting something. We'll keep going with this soundtrack. All done. Feeling better? Fresh air does wonders for you. Well, for a given value of fresh, anyway. I insist that it sounds like dynamite. No, it's too long to be dynamite. It sounded more like some heavy-duty tool. You're a heavy-duty tool. Oh, it's the girl and her android. It's the girl and her android butler. The executive, the corpo. Wait, damn it. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, it's Betty. It's Betty and, I forgot his name. I forgot her butler's name, so I just called her Clanker. I could have sworn this place looked a lot more pink the last time we came. Maybe it's the lighting. Hey, bartender, what did that noise sound just now sound like to you? I say it sounds like construction, but Betty here says it's dynamite or something like that. Not you, too. Do you think it's dynamite then? What? No, I say it's a backfire. It's a gunshot. Firecrackers. See, those sounds have been going on all night and we can't figure out what they are. Well, we aren't here to discuss that. We're here to... who's he? Gillian. Gillian, nice to meet you. I don't know, you have more of a John face. Where was he last weekend? I don't know, and I don't care. He already made amends for leaving me to fend off all those dogs. Anyway, what do you want? Beer. Oh, what the hell, I'll have a beer too. 2 beers coming right up. A beer. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll give him big because I know they can pay for it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see if that's consistent. Yes, it is. Let's serve that. Here. Excuse me. Thanks, but this might be too much. I'll take care of anything you don't drink, don't worry. So, tell me, bartender. Just call me Jill. Jill? That's a nice name. How's business lately? As usual. Wait, I guess you don't really know what usual means for us. You're not the kind to be filmed to the brim during rush hours, and we wouldn't have that many regulars. So it's just the same, nothing's changed. I guess when we came here with all the dogs, it was quite the change of pace, huh? You have no idea. I have a question, Jill. Deal, that's his name, Deal. Is it about the girl sleeping next to you? Premium. Please don't wake her up. Do you regularly let people sleep here? No, but I'd rather have her sleeping than talking. Should you be saying that with at least 6K people listening? Let them hear, I don't care. Based? 6K people? She calls herself Streaming Chan. She's been streaming her life 24/7. That sounds familiar. I think one of the dogs talked about seeing someone doing that. I don't know if it's the same person. Yeah, this in this cyberpunk future, even now, it's been around for a while. The idea of doing this for just doing this. It seems like it's been around for a while. The people, like, we definitely have the technology now to do that. It's only the legal stuff that's like blocking that. So 6,000 people are watching and hearing us. Considering the way she's sleeping, they're probably only hearing us. Her camera is against the table. I don't know how many are still in the channel though. I see. So there will be a lot more witnesses if something said. Do any of you have a criminal past? Nope. Just a minor charge of petty vandalism. What did you do? Painted graffiti outside of my high school saying Miss Thompson's a cunt. Why'd you do that? Because Miss Thompson was a cunt. She constantly humiliated whoever got her questions wrong. She also constantly bullied two of my classmates. True, I got a week of suspension and had to clean the wall, but I gave everyone the courage to speak up. So how's stuff up at Doglandia? Well, we recently struck a deal with Farmer Fabrics to start a doggy clothing line. Farmer Fabrics, the name rings a bell. It's that textile company where the owner believes herself to be an alpaca. Oh, yeah, that one. We had her here some time ago. She got drunk and so much saliva everywhere. Oh. But anyway, dog clothes? We hired a new employee and she showed the higher up some new designs. After a couple of talks, they decided to give the clothing production a try. Those designs were embarrassing, you know? But something tells me that's why they were approved. You guys want anything else? I'm still handling this beer, so I'm fine. You're such a wuss. I'll have a Zen Star, please. Sure. Like, that's the insane drink. There we go. Four of every ingredient on the rocks and mixed. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mixed. Oh, that's a screw up. 1, 2, 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ruby is rubbing alcohol in fruit juice, usually 5%. Rubbing alcohol, oh, that makes sense. Super dangerous because you're drinking a poison your liver can't process. That sounds like methanol, not to be confused with menthol. Methanol, from my recollection, is wood alcohol, and it's used sometimes as a substitute for ethanol, which is produced naturally by plants. Methanol is chemical only. I think it's only derived from like, I think that's what turpentine is. Methanol, not to be confused with menthol. Methanol is, aka turpentine. I think that's what it is, aka wood alcohol. That stuff, yeah, you're not supposed to drink that at all. I think like only a little percentage of it will make you go blind. I remember there was a big controversy. Fun fact: during the Great Depression, not the Great Depression, during Prohibition, the government ended up, I can't remember what federal agency it was. Maybe it was the FDA, maybe it was like their version of the DEA back then. They kept spiking industrial ethanol with methanol to render it undrinkable they kept spiking industrial grade ethanol with methanol, which makes it inedible. Like, you can't drink that. You will die. You will die if you drink copious amounts of it. That got a lot of people killed because of a lot of bootleggers would use that alcohol not knowing it was poisoned. So yeah, that was absolutely a horrible thing that they did. Yeah, you can't trust the government, guys. And I know in Iran, where alcohol is officially banned, but there are non-Islamic communities in Iran. The most produced kind of alcohol there is methanol, and some poor assholes have accidentally ingested methanol because they couldn't tell the difference between ethanol and methanol. The government had to this isn't just a religious thing. This is for your own safety, and ban the production of, I think briefly had to put some kind of stranglehold on all alcohol production, even the industrial kind, because people were making methanol for drinks, and it kept fucking people up. It was bad. Oh, message retracted. It's Bob and Betty Booby. As I said here, we drink dangerous things. Yeah, Don't drink methanol. Just like don't drink capsaicin and don't drink menthol. Not to be confused with the other one. But yeah, that's it's wild stuff. Zenstar. Zenstar. Thank you. Hmm. Something on your mind? Hold on, give me a second. I noticed a lot of various types of alcohol, but methanol and ethanol are the only ones I can come up with, like on the top of my head. Something on your mind? That girl that's designing the clothes. Laura, what about her? She's cute, but she should take more care in her appearance. I mean, right now she fits the unkempt cutie category so well it's almost painful. I feel like besides Betty being, like, lesbian. Hold on. Why do I get to click her, but not him? Why do I get to click her forehead? Why is there a sound? No, there's a sound effect whenever I click their foreheads, but not them specifically. I mean, right now she fits the unkempt cutie category so well that it's almost painful. Yeah, besides her being being a lesbian in the story, I find it funny because I think this is how Leah feels about Pippa, or like other members of Phase. It's interesting. It's so cliche that I can't help but cringe when looking at her. Cringe. It's like when you see something that's such a cheesy movie cliche. You just feel the need to kick your whatever the hell it is. Kick. Betty, I didn't think I'd have to say this to you twice in the same month, but you shouldn't kick people. I wasn't gonna kick her. Why'd you think I'd kick her? Because I've seen you kick people before. You think it's because he's a robot. Oh, he's just making assumptions. No, Betty just has that problem. Apparently unprovoked or due to complicated reasons only you understand. Fine, guilty as charged. Still, I'm gonna do something about her. I feel like I just need to. It's a matter of honor. Honor, she says. Well, maybe honor isn't the right word. But she has potential and I'm not gonna let her waste it. Jill, I'm gonna go check the antenna on the roof. Alright. She's your boss, right? Didn't you meet her before? No, I'm just a veterinarian. The dogs are the ones that organized the meeting with her. I'd say she's really good looking, but honestly, those pants rob her of her charm. What do you mean? They make her look too uptight, and at a glance, she doesn't seem like the type. Some shorts or a skirt would fit her better. Well, she wears a skirt or pants depending on her mood. There was also this one time where she came in wearing a kilt. That kilt was awesome. Damn, she has nice hearing. Now that I think about it, you have that hobby of speculating what someone's personality is like based on just their looks. I mean, you did the same with Jill here. Amazing, you actually made that sound weird as hell. Yes, I have the habit of trying to guess someone's behavior based on their looks. I feel like I have this awful tendency to associate specific. Maybe it's because I'm learning how to be a snob or whatever. I like learning how to associate certain brands with people. I don't know. I've been watching too much watch or watch related YouTube channels. No, it's not a hobby. You made that sound like I'm some sort of creep. I did. What did you think about me? Nothing much, really. Mostly that you were too polite. Not a natural polite, though. More like a professional polite. You're like that because you need to be. That was it, really. Although, the way you looked at me when I said your boss could use a skirt or shorts was interesting. You seemed interested in what I said, like you'd like to see that scenario. You're thinking too much. What do you think about Gil, then? He's either a total simpleton or acts like one in a way that consumes the rest of his character. Yeah. But anyway, I'm just a veterinarian. My judgment may be clouded by seeing so many furry businessmen. Let's have another round. Sounds like a good idea. You'll have something strong. You need to pump some testosterone into your taste in drinks. I feel like this is what Perv tells me. This is what Perv is telling me to do. Felix likes it when Cleo kicks him. No, I do not like it. I do not want to be kicked. I would like to be slapped though. Not gonna lie. Because your character is your character, well, Jill is a sadistic lesbian. Menthol is good to drink, clears your lung right out. Well, I'm not sure in that dense of quantities, but you'll thank me later, trust me. And then two strong drinks, manly drinks, I don't care which ones. Well, you shut up. Two strong drinks, manly drinks. Actually, Mars Blast, something stronger. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because no one specifically asks for the crevice spike. I remember like having a lot of joy because like real besides the sun besides the sunshine cloud, this is one of my favorite drinks because but just because of the achievement that you get from getting it from like serving one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All blended. Hold on. Age? No. All blended. Hold on. Okay, then. It is a nice looking drink, too. You'd imagine it like absinthe with lime or something like that. Here. Now, drink. Mm. Oh, man up. You'll get used to it. I wonder how, like, I wonder how the robots. I wonder how what is it? I'm trying to remember the official name for androids or gynoids in this Dorothy and Kiramiki are other ones. It's trying to remember the name, but I wonder how they process taste. Um oh man up, you'll get used to it. Hey Jill, has someone ever proposed to you as a prank? Makes you think they're falling in love with you just to reveal it was all a prank. Jill? First year of high school. The guy I had my eyes on for a whole year had asked me out. Saturday morning, I go to the meeting place. What do I find? It was all a prank by some bitches. Ouch. Sorry, Worst part isn't that they set me up, but rather that I saw it coming. I knew that guy wouldn't find me attractive enough to ask me out. I knew those bitches would target me sooner or later just for kicks. I knew it all, so when it all happened, I felt nothing. They confirmed my suspicions that teenagers are a plague that must be eradicated. Anyway, why the question? Hey, piece of scrap. Yeah? That's a nice slur. These are situations where you should have stopped me before I said anything. It's better to learn by tripping yourself. Why the question, though? I was asking because one of my ex's cousins has been hitting on me for the past couple of days. If it were somebody else, I'd pretend to be straight with the help of this piece of scrap here. Sadly, she knows who I am. Worst part is, knowing Vero, she probably put her cousin up to it as a practical joke. Well, I'd suggest telling the cousin that she should cut it out. If he feels genuinely offended, they might not have been in cahoots. But if I'm just spouting nonsense based on what you've told me, don't pay too much attention. Menthol oil isn't pure menthol. It's got some water and a thickener in it. But yeah, menthol oil is less than 40% actual menthol, like how liquid capsaicin isn't even 40% capsaicin. Every time someone brings up absinthe, my brain is reminded of the Green Russian. I know what a White Russian is. I can't remember the ingredients though. I think it's White Russian. Jeff Bridges calls it the Caucasian in The Big Lebowski. I think it's different from the Moscow Mule. I know it contains vodka, and I know it's like creamy. I think, I'm not sure. I know the green Russian is because absinthe is green. Um, it's better than my suggestion. What was yours? Waterboarding. He's a freak. He's got an interesting hat on him. I see. What? The fact that she knows how to waterboard somebody is what scares me most. The Girl Scouts also taught me how to skin a deer, and I saw nobody making a fuss about that. Honestly, I feel like I could like learning how to dress an animal, like dress a kill. That'd be a nice course for like at least desensitizing me to animals if I was ever to go hunting. Like it would be good for having for someone to teach me how to dress an animal, dress a kill like that. But yeah, your advice sounds good enough. Especially when you factor that if Gina's being honest about her, she probably won't feel offended. Gina, which one was that again? Blonde, flat as a cutting board, but cute as a button. Oh, it's Sheena! It's Sheena! Oh yeah, she came to the office Christmas party, right? That's the one. Well, it's getting late. We should be going. Yeah. Thank you again for everything, Jill. Bye. Please come again. Back. Those damn cats moving the internet antenna. Oh yeah, Gil, some guy said that I should tell you that the bunny's late, or whatever that means. Oh shit. his eyes open, you know, like when us Asians, when our eyes open. Boss, I'm leaving early. If I don't come back in 2 days, consider me as good as dead. Yeah. Shouldn't we be worried? Think of him as a kid that tells, outrageous stories to get attention and everything will be easier. Besides, he knows how to take care of himself. Yeah. He'll be here on Monday like nothing ever happened. In any case, I'll be back in my office. Maybe I can finish watching that didgeridoo tutorial. Hello, Jill. Hey, it's Stella. It's the cat boomer. Ah, Stella, you're here for another drink today? Not really. I was just around the neighborhood and... Right. Anyway, I found this bottle being neglected at my house. And... Oh! This is the, I didn't get this achievement before. Like I said, I'm achievement hunting. This is the first time I'm seeing this. Cacique. And I thought someone who likes old liquor as much as you would appreciate it. Really? I don't know what to say, thanks. Well, it's nothing really. I wonder why I missed this the first time around. I think it was the specific circumstances that it carried out earlier that day. It all depends. I don't even remember this encounter. Well, it's nothing really. This just in. The Apollo Trust Bank has locked its doors, leaving about 30 people trapped inside. The security system was activated after someone tried to steal information from the main database. News early this morning, the bank... Oh God, say! I wonder if she'll be alright. Hello, Jamie. Good evening, Jill. Did you see the news about the Apollo Trust Bank? Newsflash just ended. Sounds like things got ugly. From what I heard, there was a commotion earlier today. Something about people being unable to leave the building. Let's hope for the best. Yeah. Gil stormed off just a minute ago, though. I see. I guess the bunny was late. He definitely knows what's going on. What can I get you? Give me a Mars Blast. Coming right out. Mars Blast. Yeah, I don't think I can remember this specific interaction. This went differently in my first playthrough. I don't know what I did to ensure this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. All blended. Green Russian is just absinthe and milk. Oh yeah, it's not a bad skill to have. Yeah, I agree. Even for a suburbanoid like myself. 1 Mars Blast. Yeah, this is the one. Mars Blasts have always seemed poorly named to me. Shouldn't it be red instead of yellow? Then again, the whole red planet thing is still its nickname. VR. Can't believe I'm myself. Wait, who's this girl? calls herself Streaming Chan. She's been streaming her life 24/7. I'm guessing her equipment's still running, so you might want to watch what you say. Thanks for the advice. Changing the subject a bit. Yeah, this is like realizing like the events of this bar have been captured in real time, canonically in universe by the by Streaming Chan setup is like insane because it's like if a lie it feels like the news flashes when the Ukraine war started happening, or like I wasn't born yet then, but I guess like if you had a movie where someone was filming like the inside of a bar or like a restaurant when 9/11 happened, that would be kind of like that would kind of like be the equivalent of this, of something like this, the Apollo Trust Bank incident and this going on. If someone had captured the inside of live stream, because to capture everyone's reactions in real time, that would be historic. Changing the subject a bit, have you been hearing explosions or something throughout the day? I heard that a supersonic drone was undergoing tests and lost its course. That might be it. Ah. I think it's you causing the streamer to black out. She did in the first in the original one. She did. I think she did. I think she also blacked out in the first playthrough. Felix goes to the VTuber bar where the Cleo bartender works without pants on. Shut up. Ah. Hey boss, the explosions were caused by supersonic drones. That sounds better than firecrackers. We've been trying to figure out what they were all day. Gil was right. It was a gunfight happening in the Apollo Trust Bank. Is my theory. I see. Sonic booms are not sounds people can normally identify. And this one drone made a lot of noise when breaking the sound barrier. Is this an area to test that kind of stuff? It's not, which makes the whole thing quite suspicious. Huh. Man, if only Gil were here to hear that info. He thought there were gunshots. Are you worried about him? Sort of. He always leaves without notice for days, but he always comes back unscathed. I'd be lying if I said I'm not worried, but at the same time, I've just kind of become used to it. He could be a troublesome man, huh? Sometimes. Say, do you think the people in the bank will be alright? Well, we later find out in the game it is on it's knockoff CNN. Say, do you think the people in the bank will be alright? Well, we find out later that that is not the case. This isn't the first time a bank is closed like that, but something is off about this. Off? How? I don't know. Maybe it's the hour. Maybe it's the fact that the news is making an unusually big stink out of it. Let's hope I'm just overthinking it. Yeah. Are you worried about something? A girl that was in here yesterday said she was going to that bank. It's not like me to be personally invested in what happens to clients, but never mind. Do you want something else? Yeah, I can make time for one more drink. Fetch me a beer. Let's keep it simple. Sure. Let's get him a big beer. Keep it cold. 1, 2... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. All mixed. Oh, I screwed that one up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. All mixed. Here. Yes, but you said you gave her a good drink. Yes, but you said you gave her a good drink. Well, I did give her the double French weavers. I once read that beer played an important part in humanity's history. Oh yeah, we covered this. I still have like a video in my watch later that talks about the history of beer, and like the history of civilization told through beer. Yes, I'm familiar with the theory. It's an interesting one. The gist of it is that brewing was an important part of society during its development. Drinks were ubiquitous while feasting. They helped foster bonds and build faction alliances. Given enough time and enough beer, larger societies would be born. You seem to know a lot about this. Yeah, just enough. Jill, have you ever thought about brain uploading? Brain uploading? I was thinking, what's the point of what's the point of uploading yourself if you're still here? Let's see you upload yourself and effectively that new someone's in cyberspace. You will still be here. Wouldn't it be weird to know that there's a you that's not you somewhere? That's an interesting point. I guess it'd be the same as cloning, huh? Imagine if your cyberspace self found out about the real you somehow. Hell, imagine talking to your other self. There's more. Imagine placing multiple copies of you in different situations, exposing each one to different scenarios to see how they develop. I guess it is kind of heartbreaking in a way. Imagine someone with some illness uploading their brain into the ether, only to find that their physical bodies are still alive and here instead of living in a place where there is no disease. I remember an article from a while back about the earliest form of brain uploading. It would scan the brain in such a thorough and intense manner that it would effectively kill the person. Use the words burn the brain. Ouch. All for nothing because the data would be corrupted or broken. He halted all brain uploading research after that. I remember discussing this in my first playthrough. Do I believe in the soul? Yes, I do believe in the soul. I do not think the soul can be uploaded. I do not think the soul can be removed from a person's body via digital or electronic means. I think the closest thing we'll ever get to brain uploading will be chipped brains that allow direct biologic to electronic interfaces, or brains in jars, kind of like the Fallout Robo Brain. That's the closest we'll ever get. I think they started another project about living brains in jars, something like that. Oh yeah, that's a character. That's a character here. That subject interests you, huh? Makes for a nice time sink when I'm doing nothing. Well then, nice talking to you, Jill. Same here, always a pleasure. Say hello to Gillian for me when he comes back. Felix will still have his brain scanned and join the robot empire. No, I will not. I will not become a clanker. He's come again. Phew, all done. You want to stay here? Seems the street's quite restless. Thanks, but I'll pass. I have a couple of matters to attend to at home. You do? Yeah, I ordered a nano camo module for my apartment. Should be installed by now. Nano camo, isn't that a tad expensive? Yep, to be honest, I asked my mom for it. She had been pestering me about what gift I wanted for Meg at Christmas for a while. She's been asking for that for 4 years now, and I always said I was fine. So I took the chance and asked for it, used up all the past gifts. Oh. Feels a bit weird to ask your parents for a gift like that when you're 27. I'm sure she doesn't mind. So what will the nano camo module change from your apartment? I got the basic plan, walls and one piece of cloth, so I picked my kotatsu too. You have a kotatsu? You know what a kotatsu is, boss? I'm more impressed you know what it is. I mean, futons are common knowledge, but a kotatsu, not so much. Yeah, well, days get cold and the heater might not be enough. And the Japanese have mastered how to live comfortably in reduced spaces. You should invite me sometime. I want to see how you decorate the place with that. Let's plan a day to grab a beer, yeah? No more dancing. I'm tired. What do we do with her? I'll take care of everything, don't worry. Alright, sorry for leaving her like this. No problem. Well, I gotta go. See you tomorrow, boss. Careful out there. I got the idea that she would ask her viewers where streaming chant Dana would ask the streaming chant's viewers where her apartment is or where her residence is. Then I realized all the viewers would just give a fake address or their own address. Careful out there. Flawless service bonus not granted, but I did get that bottle. I did get that bottle. 9184.50 total funds, today's total transfer, get a nice wall pattern or something. You have no new notifications or reminders. You can now use your nano camo to customize your room. Nano camo mascot. Camotan is our mascot. Bust waist height. Musashi battleship tactical fashion peach cake. Meant for military use. Yeah, the big reference to Octo Camo from Metal Gear. I've been paying attention to a lot of Metal Gear stuff recently. Both Fallout and Metal Gear have been on my mind as of recent. Fallout because of the whole like terrible season 2 trailer and everything, but Metal Gear because I think yeah, there was a new trailer today about Metal Gear Solid Delta. And one of the people I've been watching, Hoshi Umbra, had been doing a long playthrough of Metal Gear Solid 3. Hmm. I know there's an achievement for I know there's an achievement for getting all these different patterns. Fallout I concluded was dead after they went for a TV show. Fallout 4 could have been saved, but they went for a TV show instead. Yeah, it's I've ranted before. I'll probably do another rant on it. It's not hard to make a Fallout TV show. It's been done before and it was really good. Under Nuka Break and Red Star. And those were excellent. They were like they had their flaws. They weren't lore accurate either, but they actually understood the games. In this case, no, it wasn't. No, they did not. 900 table. That's set. I'll get something for her table. Yeah, let's get that. The bullets, that's real nice. That's nano camo. Danger U. Apollo Bank is getting attacked, and no one was reporting on it. They're actually surprised, considering the nature of their threats. It's clear that Quincy doesn't want to take the blame. What a fucking coward. Do you have any sources there? I'm posting from the site. It looks like someone's inside the bank with a huge bomb threatening to blow up the building. Any demands? They want Quincy to quit and the White Knights disbanded. Wow, so they're actually helping the protesters. That's not the way to help the people. What if this is just a huge false flag to blame the opposition? I wouldn't be surprised. This fucking place, lol. Let's wait for more info. May God guide say to safety. Trimming Chan thread. Actually, let's look up. A White Knight just beat me up. I'm fucking crying right now. Let me tell you the story. Waiting for OP to deliver. I'm here. Anyway, here it goes. I was going home after buying groceries at the store. I was very tired because I had to line up for hours just to buy milk. And when I'm finally out of there, a group of 3 White Knights stopped me and started asking me for my ID, and also wanted to see my bag to check if I wasn't a scalper. And once they saw everything was in order, they asked me for a military service ID, and just what the fuck? Why would I have that on me? And there's no enforced conscription anymore. It doesn't make sense because I didn't have it on me. They asked for money or else they'd plant drugs on me. I of course refused, but they'd lose their patience, and one of them hit me right in the temple with a gun. I was bleeding like crazy on the floor, so they just took my groceries and left. Holy shit, man! I fucking hate this place. I hate it so much. I want to leave this fucking hellhole. I'm so tired of this shit every fucking day. I've been lucky to never have that kind of problem with the White Knights, I guess. Yeah, this is it really reminds you that this game was made in Venezuela, which is unfortunate, but that was the truth at the time. Streaming Chan thread. Did anyone see last night's escapade? She was at the Valhalla bar. It was all right. Bartender was a cutie, but man, is she full of herself. Don't care. I'm going next week and ask her for a date. We all know you won't. Pretty sure nobody here has the guts to ask someone out. Is she still sleeping? Yeah, the bartender has been telling everyone they need to be careful with their words, lol. I wonder if there's illegal activity going on in there. Like, why would you need to be careful with what you say? Maybe they're avoiding casual racism. Unfortunately, would be the opposite of caring about that. True still, wouldn't it be rare for them to do shady stuff? This fucking city, huh? At least she was sleeping. She's sleeping now. Last time I saw her taking some rest was about a week ago. Crash is one hell of a drug. Book of Eli was more of a Fallout property than Fallout show. That is absolutely true. If I were to show someone like something reminiscent of Fallout, Book of Eli, like the original Mad Max and Book of Eli would be the best sides of Bethesda Fallout, of the Bethesda version of Fallout. That's what it would look like. Mad Max and Book of Eli. Those would be the big ones. Those would be the good ones. I remember I have a list. I have a list. Let me go find that list of like, because they held a film festival right before the release of Fallout 3. Where they viewed a lot of old movies. Let's see the movies I would put in a film festival. Um, yeah, I've heard the Book of Eli should be considered the unofficial Fallout 3 movie. Um, yeah, I can't remember the list. I remember there was also the original Planet of the Apes on there as well, that I managed to put down. Um, um, hmm. Um, One of the things I wrote down was, if you wanted movies that best represent the aesthetics of the interplay Fallout, specifically Fallout 1 and Tactics, I would choose The Book of Eli and Terminator Salvation, maybe Mad Max Fury Road, but it's its own thing mostly, so that's what I put down. I get the feeling this is like that woman who lied about being beat up and like 40 guys let it happen. It turns out she lied about the whole thing. I mean, knowing this game, it's probably happened. If I was to make a Fallout show, it wouldn't be following major narrative. It'd just be small, short, contained episodes about small locations, just not fuck with the canon of the games. Mine, like, kind of is a rewritten canon. My project is kind of a rewritten New Vegas canon, because I have issues with the canon beforehand. I feel like it could be written better, but this honestly would be a nice touch. Because the Fallout community is worse than meth junkies when it comes to lore. That is absolutely true. Isn't that boss girl like some kind of ex-Chloe or something? No, she was a mercenary. The boss girl in this game is was a former, no, she was a bounty hunter. She was a bounty hunter. The ex-Chloe is Gil. Is Gil from what I remember. This thread is closed. Alright. Augmented Eye. Pollution to release to reach historic levels next year. How long until someone says pollution is good? There's a book. By Kimberly LaVallette. Even though most countries in the world have adapted their economies to solve the ongoing problem of climate change, which city still relies on ancient technologies in order to keep costs low with profits high. As a result of this backwards policy, it seems as though we'll be experiencing a huge increase in air pollution next year. Our contamination levels will force the whole city and population to move away from a lot of areas within city. The soil is dying at an alarming pace, said experts in a report. Having to buy special raincoats and umbrellas does suck, but experts say you'd better get used to it. The Augmented Eye is being attacked by AE staff. Oh, it's Alice Rabbit. We take your security seriously here at the Augmented Eye, and we have the obligation to disclose that recent articles on Alice Rabbit were vandalized by who we think is Alice Rabbit themselves or a very good impersonator. We want to extend our apologies and inform that we'll be limiting our coverage of Alice Rabbit to just factual news, not entertainment pieces. Sincerely, the AE staff. Thank God I don't pay these fuckers for a subscription. Hope Say is alright. Alarms rise as the Apollo Trust Bank suffers terrorist attack. Updating. Hijacked screens at the downtown Casanova announced that what seems to be a terrorist threat aimed at the Apollo Trust Bank. The information suggests that a currently unidentified bomber is currently inside the building. The White Knights counterterrorism unit responded to the threat immediately. However, the bank was then locked down by an external network attack. We might be dealing with a dual threat here, CTU's Chloe Bauer told AE. Bank is sealed shut using its own disaster prevention system. However, none of the terminals at the bank were working at the time. The building is basically sealed at this point. The hostages are trapped. Hold on, how long have I been going? Alright, 2 hours. Yeah, I think about now is where I should head off. Thank you everyone who came. Thank you Haunty Miles. Thank you Random Perv. You had to write the Fallout show, so House was the good guy, not the objective worst choice. I don't have to rewrite anything. House was already the objective best choice. Wasn't it like the objective worst choice would have been the Legion or Yes Man? But be right back, Smoker Issues. Well, I am heading off right now. Thank you, Random Perf. Thank you, Haunty Miles, and thank you, Dantiok Fanboy. Where will I be rating? Me and my parents are the opposite. I eat out of the trash and they hate it. Felix lost for our Olive Garden staff. I miss this. Melted butter is yellow, Felix. I'm guessing you don't know this because you've never had real butter. I've had Irish butter before. Um. Mm, message retracted. Message retracted. Anyway, I will be heading off. Thank you everyone who came. Otsu love, and I will be seeing you guys next time. Likely if things change, if things won't, then it will be on Monday and Wednesday next week. Let's see who's live. Ooh, that's Crucix Blade, Jelly, Amanda Calamity, Ryusuri, VT Trust, SS Issa, Crucix. I think I might go for Crucix. Yeah, alright. Thank you everyone who came. It's a love thing. And I'll see you guys next time. Let's do a manual raid. There we go. Come on, where's that? Manual raid. Bye everyone.